Oh, sorry. Hey everyone, I'm Joanne with Quiet Waters Farm and Craft. So I'm going to be making a grill gnome today. I've had a couple requests of people wanting me to make a grill gnome and show them how I make it. So I figured I would jump on here and show you guys how I do it. I'll try to keep my video as short as I possibly can, but I want to make sure that you guys understand the details of making the gnome. So I'm going to go over a few of the products that I use and where I buy them. So that way you guys know how to get, the most bang for your buck. Okay? So you can go to Hobby Lobby and you can get gnome hair. I believe it's like a 12 by 24 inch piece for like $3. Okay. If you are doing a giant party or, your grandkids are there, your kids are there, due to COVID, you gotta do everything at home. So this is one great indoor activity that all kids can do. Or a group of ladies, church ladies, whatever it is. But if you are doing a big thing, I would suggest going to Walmart. Now they have this white hair and they have this. It's like gray, I don't even know. But this is like not even all that I have, okay? So for like a 12 by 24 piece at Hobby Lobby, you can get it for $3. If you go to Walmart, you get an entire yard that's folded up, so you're gonna get way more for like under $15, okay? That will cover my entire table. 1 yard will, okay? My entire table. Kitchen table. Regular rectangle, yeah. So, if you're going to do a big party, I suggest you going to Walmart because they have those two styles. Just the white and like the grayish brown color. So, but I'm going to be using the white today because we're getting close to Easter and Valentine's Day. So I'm going to make a couple different ones, but I'm just going to go ahead and make my Valentine's Day one. So I am going to choose white, so I'm going to put this off to the side because I'm not ready to use this yet, but I just want to go over the things that I use. Now I'm going to be using like a pink fabric. I get these at Walmart. They are they are Waverly squares. You can get plain, you can get ones that have dog prints or, checkered, whatever it is. You're going to pay 97 cents all the way up to $1.97, $2.97, depends on what you want. Now these socks here, I'm going to do two different ones, but I got these as a 2-pack at the Dollar Tree. So you're only getting 50 cents a piece, and so, that's wonderful. I also got cotton balls. You can use rice or cotton balls for the nose. I just prefer to use the cotton balls because it's easier for me to keep a hold of this. Let's see here, what else? I also got this at Walmart. This is a wash rag. They used to have really cheap, like 47-cent ones, and my Walmart stopped carrying them, but if yours has a value area for wash rags and you can get them, then that would be a lot cheaper for you to do it that way. You can get 6 noses out of this. That's what I make my noses out of. I try to get the tan, but I have white also, so when I will be doing another video to show you how I'm going to do my bunny rabbit, but this one I'm just going to do the Valentine's one. And let's see here, what else? Okay, so if you all don't want to become complete alcoholics, then I would suggest going to your local winery because a lot of wineries cannot sell, or they can't sanitize their wine bottles. So I go and I buy a case for $2. So like I said, if you're having a party and you want to do this and you're doing a craft class, it's cheaper to go and just get them instead of, becoming an alcoholic. Unless you have a whole bunch of wine bottles at home, cool, use those. But if not, check your local winery and see if they do sell those, because that is one great way to save money instead of going out. I mean, I know you can go and get like the cheapest wines for like $2 or $3 a piece, but when you can buy a whole case for $2, why not? Okay, so let's see here. All right, so now we're gonna get started. I believe those are everything that I have. I am using a glue gun with some glue sticks, so you can either pick these up, you can pick the glue sticks up at Walmart, or you can get them at the Dollar Tree. They're both about the same. I picked my glue gun up at Walmart. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wine bottle. Now if it has a lot of graphics on it, you want to try to keep those to the back like this because it's going to show through my fabric. And my fabric's all like you're not going to see a whole lot of it, so I'm really not worried about it. But let's see here. I cut this in, so I'm actually going to glue this down, and I'm going to start right down here at the bottom, and I'm going to put this on my thing, on my fabric here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a stretch of glue on my fabric here. And my fabric decided to fold. I'm using a really crappy piece. I'm really sorry, but this was the only pink one that I have, and I didn't want to buy more when I already had it. So we're just going to put there we go. Sorry. My glue gun is just now starting up, and we might get some glue. There we go. Doesn't have to be fancy. This is just to get it to attach to the bottle. So what I like to do is when I have it lined up, I just roll it on there and I roll it back and it does it for me. See, just like that. Okay. And I have like fuzz and everything else on there. So then we're just going to take this and we're going to try to roll it tight. Just like that. Now it's okay if it comes on the bottom here. It's not really a big deal. And then I have a couple of straggles here. I'm just going to cut those off. If they get any bigger. Alright. Got it tight enough. Alright, so again, I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to put the glue right here on my line here. Because this is actually going to be the back of my bottle. I'm just going to take it and roll it right on there, just like that. Now, you're not going to see a whole lot of the fabric up front because we're going to have the hair and we're going to have the hat that comes down for the gnome. So, but that's what it looks like. I mean, you can kind of see it a little bit, but probably through the camera you can't really. I mean, you can see it a little bit. But that's it. You don't have to worry about any of this. Just leave it alone. It's, I mean, you can glue this down if it really bothers you, but that's really not a problem because your hat's going to go over it. So the next thing is you need to decide on how long you want your pigtails for your hair. So I just have this big piece here. I'm probably going to cut it in half and just do my pigtails that long to where it's half of the bottle. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over here. Now, how I cut my hair is it's very thick, and so I want to try to get it where my scissors are going as much to this felt as possible and not cutting the hair. Once you get it in there, you just like piece it and see how I can see my scissors through there. That's what you want to do. You want to just like comb it to where it's right up against that fabric or that felt. That way you're not cutting that hair. You're going to lose a little bit of hair, but not too much. So I'm just going to cut this down. And I always go, when the hair's coming down, I don't want to go with the hair. I want to go up against the hair because it helps separate it, I think, a little bit better. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Okay, so when I pull this apart, see, if I would have cut that, I wouldn't have this extra hair. So going to cut along with that felt, it's going to be a little bit better. You're going to have this excess right up here, but that's going to be under our hat, so we're not going to see that at all. Alright, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half again. Just kind of eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you want to make like a V to get rid of a little bit of the hair, I would suggest that only because we're going to be putting them in like little pigtails. So you don't have to have that much hair down there to try to ball up and stuff, because sometimes this felt can get in the way. So that way when we fold it, you're gonna have more hair and less felt. So I'm just gonna cut this in a V also. And I don't have to be perfect. I'm never perfect at these at all. So that's what we have. All right, we get rid of this. Okay, so like I said before, when we make our nose, you know, we're gonna cut 6 sections out of this, and I like to cut off the edges because they're really hard. So this is like one of them where it doesn't have any of those rough edges. So I'm gonna grab my cotton ball. These are pretty big. And I'm just gonna take it and put it right here. And I'm gonna put a little dot of glue. I have this long, like a rectangle, but let me move this up a little bit more. You probably can't see it. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little dot of glue right there, and then I'm basically just gonna fold this up here and pinch that. See? Kind of looks like a little burrito, taco, whatever you want to call it. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take both of our ends and we're going to put them up to where they look like those, oh poop, sorry, it came undone. Like those cream cheese things, ragoons at, you know, the Chinese restaurant. That's what we kind of want it to look like. So I'm just going to put some more hot glue right in there, right on my cotton ball, to where I can pin those down. I need another thing of glue first. And we're just going to pin this and hold it for a second and let it dry. Let it dry. Oh, it's hot. So just like that. That's all we're going to do. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to overlap them like that. And then we're going to take this one and put it right there, and this one on top. Now, you can either hot glue that if you want to, or if you have little tiny like clear or black hair ties, you could get those. I believe they're 80 cents at Walmart. They're cheaper than at the Dollar Tree, but you might actually get more at the Dollar Tree. So it's really what you want to do. Or you can just hot glue it if you want to. I like to do the band because sometimes the hot glue just takes forever to dry, and I want to get it done as quick as possible. So that's just what it looks like. And that's our nose. So then I'm just going to like flatten this up, because I'm going to take this part right here and I'm going to glue this onto my bottle. Now I have the seam back here, so that's what I want in the back. So I'm just going to have this to my back here, and then I'm going to figure out where I want my nose. And my hair went about right here, so I'm going to put my nose right here. Use a little bit of excess glue here. I'm just going to put that on there and hold it for a second. Okay, so there's our nose. So we're partly there. Okay, the only thing I forgot was to get some ribbon, so I'm going to pause the video for just a second and go get me some ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to be using this raffia ribbon, and I got this at the Dollar Tree. So if you want to save a little bit more money, you can actually go to Walmart in their craft section, buy their ribbon, and they do have 47 cents and 97 cents ribbon. And you can get pink, blue, black. They have every color that you need, but it's like really super thin like this. So if you want to save a little bit more money, I would prefer to go to Walmart. But I have this on hand, so I'm going to use it because it's like a really light pale pink. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we need to figure out how we're going to do our hair. We need to get that done first before we glue this on. So where I made the cut, the V at the top, I'm actually going to pinch this together like that, and I'm just going to tie a bow around there. So I'm just going to cut off some of my raffia here. And I'm going to start around back, and I'm just going to tie a bow in it. It doesn't have to be anything special because we know gnomes just aren't. I kind of want my hair out a little bit. And I'm just going to make a simple bow if I can get the hair out of the way. I'm just going to cut that off. So that's what we have. Just a simple little bow. So I'm going to use that to the other one. Set them right next to each other so I can make sure I've got them both where I need them to be. Looks pretty good. And then make sure you pop that back there because that will try to come out and show, and we don't want it to show. That felt back there. Want to try to pull it as tight as you possibly can. Gotta move this hair. Cut it off. There we go. We got another one. Alright. Move all these little pieces. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hair and put it right up against our nose. So we're gonna glue this right here to where it goes a little bit above the nose. You want to try to get it where it's like on top of that other piece that we glued, just to where we know it's going to go around the nose, because we don't want too much to show under here. Alright, so there's one side. Looks pretty good. Let's do the other. Let me fix my felt because it's poking through. Alright, so see, that's what we want our felt to do. We want it to be like you could take your finger in there and wrap it around there to where it's not going to show on our bottle. Okay. Put that one up a little bit, just like that. And glue it on. There we go. We got pigtails. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're just going to take our hat and we're just going to slide it on there. Okay. Now I like to take mine and put some glue right on the top of the nose to where I know this isn't going to come up to where it covers a little bit more of my nose. So see, I'm just going to take this and glue it right on the top of my nose. Alright. So that's what we have. Now I like to put some glue back here to where the hat does not ride back up. because it so will if you don't put any glue there. Just gonna pull that down there, just like that. And there we go. We have a girl gnome. Now if you have like some yarn and you can make those little fuzzy balls, those would look cute on here. You could leave it plain just like this. That's what I'm going to do. But this is a cute little girl gnome. I sell these for $10 in my shop and they sell great. I don't even think I've spent $5 on all the materials. If I, break it all down, it's around, I think it's under $3 that I'm going to spend to make a gnome, and I sell them for anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on how much stuff I put on them. But this is what I sell in my booth where I rent a space. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video. Check out the Easter Bunny one that I'm going to do. I'll have that out one soon. But I hope that you all have a blessed day. Please subscribe to my channel and have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.